Hi, and welcome to The Piece of Persistence. I'm your host, Abigail Wright, and today I'm at the home of Jen Ponton. She's an actor, and she lives in rural New Jersey. Yes, there actually is such a place. I was introduced to Jen through a mutual friend who says, and I quote, "She is joyful, positive, and uplifting in every way, and it's paying off for her big time." Jen is a New Jersey native and a comedic force, best recognized for her work on the Emmy-nominated episode of 30 Rock called Reaganing, opposite Kelsey Grammer, where she gets swindled at a Carvel of all things by the Best Friends gang. It's in season 5, and it's hilarious if you're looking for it. Jen does theater, film, and television, and she's guest starred on The Good Wife, Blue Bloods, Boardwalk Empire, let me see if I can remember them all, Law and Order SVU, and Believe, right?
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah. She's currently starring in the film Love on the Run, and she's been part of the recurring cast of Adult Swim's The Heart She Holler with Kristen Schaal. Living in rural Warren County, New Jersey, she considers herself a country girl at heart, and she lives enjoying life with her husband, who happens to be her college sweetheart, and their bunny, Pebbles, who I just met and is adorable. Jen, I'm so excited to be with you today. It's really just a blast to meet you. Thanks for being a part of the show.
Thanks, Abby. My pleasure.
So I'm curious, how did you get started? Did you always want to be an actor?
Totally. 1,000%. I was one of those kids who essentially emerged and found my purpose immediately, even though it wasn't really validated by anybody particularly. I was just kind of this extrovert and coming from two introverts, and they kind of just stared at me as I paraded around in square dancing skirts and wigs and my mom's high heels and like just vogued and sang and danced, and I was a ham, total ham.
So you have these friends that you work with and in your networking and connections. How do your relationships affect your life and career?
Relationships are the core of everything, right? It's not how great your work is. It's not how vogue you are. It's not you know, it's not how castable you are necessarily. It's, at the end of the day, who wants to be working with their friends?
Right.
And at the end of the day, for 16 hours on set, maybe it's raining, maybe it's 1,000,000,000 degrees, maybe maybe your back is aching and you're tired and all you just want to do is flop down and go to sleep. The last thing on earth you want to do is work with people who are not pleasant to be around.
It's so true in any career.
In any career, but definitely in one that is as labor intensive, or at least as many grueling hours as filmmaking and production can be. And I think because of that, working with your friends is such a pleasure. So it's so nice to be able to be friends with filmmakers and casting directors and playwrights and, just people who, yeah, sure, they work in the same field, but they're also really interesting, lovely people. Also in the realm of relationships, I feel like with any major tragedy, your world sort of gets reset, and not necessarily in a bad way. And in the wake of my dad's passing, or certainly since he became very, very ill a year ago, it was just another, in addition to many things that it was also another shift in the paradigm of like, life is short, and damn it, be around the people you love to be around, and stop settling for people that treat you less than that.
Yes.
Stop allowing that to be part of your energy, and instead it's almost like cropping and then magnifying. So, the people that you want to be in your life, let them be there and just shower love on them and allow them to shower love on you. I feel like really enhancing my friendships, like the good ones that I want to proliferate has been a huge part of my year.
How would you define success?
For me, success is in the joy of the pursuit. Because if you measure success in the results, first of all, you're not going to be happy for 95% of the time, and that's crazy. Secondly, I mean, we've all achieved some level of what we've made a goal or what we've hoped to achieve. And usually by the time we get to that next plateau, we're like, all right, oh, life is kind of the same.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's what's crazy about it. Like, I can envision in my life that being a series regular would be super different in virtually every way. But the bottom line is, life would probably, for the most part, kind of feel the same. And so it's really, really important that your day-to-day life feels successful. That you let the success be in, wow, I take these steps towards my dreams every single day, and I make time to smell the roses, perhaps literally. I make time for myself and the people that I love. I have a passion for what I do. I feel like no matter where you're at, if you can measure your success in those, in that pursuit alone, you're fine. Like, if it never got further than this, I would still live a very happy life because I'm really happy with where things are right now.
That's amazing.
I don't know. I feel like people should feel worth it wherever they're at with their lives, with who they are, with what they're doing. They should feel like they are enough.
So you work a lot with other actors and you're a public figure. Do you see yourself as a role model?
Definitely. And I've always wanted to be in so many ways. My outlook on life, I don't know, there are studies pointing to like optimism and positivity as being a genetic trait.
Yes.
I've always been a glass half full kind of person. Every cell of my being has known that. And that's really come to the forefront for me as, first of all, an artist. Secondly, someone who you wouldn't necessarily look at and be like, oh, she should be a TV star. And I think there are a lot of people like that feel like, well, I don't look like the kind of person that they'd put on TV, so why would I be able to do that? I feel like I'm a role model in a whole lot of different capacities. As a woman, as a funny woman who doesn't just want to be, the hot chick who's like there for dressing for the male protagonist.
No kidding.
I feel like there are so many ways in which I really just want to help inspire people and level up as a society that I'm happy to be a role model.
I think you're becoming one of mine.
Aww.
I feel like you've mentioned so many already, but do you have any secrets to your happiness?
Something that I'm working towards, yes, I do. No matter who you are, no matter what your dreams are, your goals are, your action plan, one of the happiness is in the journey, right? So one of the best pieces of advice I ever got was live life every day as though that's already happened.
Right.
Exceptions, red carpet events, crazy vacations, going to Tahiti on your private jet. Really, everything else in your day that you feel like waits for you there can be right here and can help the present feel much more fulfilled for you. Because as opposed to like looking up at some temple in the sky and being like, wow, I wish I was there, you've already got that in spades here. The journey, the present moment can be just as fulfilling.
I have to admit, I couldn't resist having Pebbles make her debut on our show. Everyone, this is Pebbles. Say hello, Pebbles. Jen and Pebbles, thank you so much for inviting us in your home today. I really can't thank you enough for letting us be here.
Thanks for being here, Abby. It was a pleasure.
Absolutely. And thank you for joining us on The Piece of Persistence. Give us some love via your comments. Say hi to Pebbles. Write us a review and share us with your friends if you like today's episode. And if you haven't already, please like us on Facebook and subscribe to find new ways to balance happiness and success in your life.
But if we've forgotten what really makes us sing and dance at night, it's the people around and our dreams that lift us up.